Yeah, it's so good to see you. Thanks so much for stopping by. Welcome to this episode of Barlow BBQ. Today I'm going to do a grilled hanger steak. Now, I've never tried a hanger steak and I've never grilled one before. And if you've never tried one, be sure to stick around and we'll both find out together how it's all going to turn out. I've got you on the Q view here, and let's take a look at our hanger steak. Now, there isn't much to know about this as far as cooking it, but the one thing you really need to know is cooking it to the proper temp. So for a hanger steak, you've got a window between 130 and 145. If it's under 130, it's going to be mushy, and if it's over 145, it's going to be too chewy and rubbery. So we want to hit that sweet spot, and today I'm going to grill this until it hits an internal temp of 130. We'll get it off the grill, let it rest, and then we'll slice it up. So to prep this for the grill, I'm going to make it really easy. I'm just going to brush on a little bit of olive oil here, and I'm going to do both sides. But here on camera, I'm just going to show you the one side, just because it's easier. Not a lot of oil, just brush that on there. And for seasoning today, I'm going to use some of this Weber Cowboy seasoning and rub. And we're just going to shake a little bit on this side right here. Pat that in for good measure. Okay, I'm going to flip this over and get the other side, and then we're going to be ready to grill. All right, the hanger steak is all ready to go. I'm going to fire up my Jumbo Joe. So we want to grill this hanger steak over some high heat. So I loaded up a bunch of charcoal right here in this chimney, and I'm just going to go ahead and light this underneath here. Got this little wax tumbleweed starter right here. Lights up instantly, and this charcoal should be ready in about 15 minutes, and we can start grilling. All right, it looks like our charcoal is ready. Let's go ahead and dump the charcoal right in this basket. All right, the charcoal's all set up, ready to go. I've got that loaded up in my Jumbo Joe here, and I actually got the charcoal in this really nice charcoal basket. It's called a Slow N Sear. This is the mini version for the Jumbo Joe. They also make a full-size version for the bigger Weber kettles, and I have a link right down below in the description box if you want to get one for yourself. So like I said earlier, I've got a crap ton of charcoal in here because we want to cook that hanger steak at high heat. We want to get a nice char on the outside before the inside overcooks. So I'm just going to give this grill just a moment to warm up, and then we're going to get that hanger steak on. And here's our lovely hanger steak ready to go. So let's get to grilling, y'all. Display that right there. And I don't think this is going to take too long. We're just going to flip this occasionally until it reaches an internal temp of 130. Then we're going to take it off, let it rest for a few minutes before we slice into it. All right, we've been going about a minute this side. Let's flip it over. Now, the seasoning that I used on this is pretty coarse. Should have thought about that before I threw it on the grill, but it is gonna, because it's coarse like that, those herbs and spices are gonna burn. No big deal. It's gonna be just fine. And I got my handy dandy probe thermometer here. Let's get a quick temperature check. Yeah, we got a little ways to go. That's barely reading 60 degrees. We'll let this go for another minute or two, and then we'll flip it. It's been about another minute. Let's go ahead and give a flip. This is not an exact science as far as how often to flip. I'm just flipping when it feels right. All right, it's been another minute or so. Let's give her a flip. And it's time for a temperature check. Now, I've got a different thermometer because my first handy dandy thermometer wasn't so handy. Battery died on it, so I've got to use my backup here. All right, it's reading just a little under 115. So we got just a little bit more to go on this. Again, we're shooting for a target temp of 130. Okay, this has been grilling now for about 10 minutes. Let's get another quick temperature check here. We're right in the middle there. All right, 132, 133. We've hit our target temp of 130. So let's go ahead and get this off of here. And we'll set it right there. We're gonna let this rest for about 5 minutes. We'll slice into it and see how it turned out. Well, all right, this hanger steak has been resting for a few minutes now. Got my handy dandy old hickory knife. You can get these on Amazon for about 25 bucks. Worth every penny. Let's go ahead and slice into this. Now, with a hanger steak, you want to make sure that you are slicing against the grain. So we're going to make our slices going down this way. All right, let's give it a go. All right, let's see how it looks. Looks pretty good, y'all. Not too bad for a first go, but let's give it a taste test and see for sure. All right, y'all. First time trying a hanger steak. Here we go. Got a nice slice right here. Okay, it's tender. Juicy. Man, that's good. Wow, that tastes really good, y'all. I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Definitely didn't overcook it. It's nice and tender, nice and juicy, and has a really good beefy flavor. This hanger steak is all right, y'all. Take another bite. I recommend trying out a hanger steak if you haven't already, and it's really easy to do. Just grill it at high heat until it hits an internal temp of around 125 to 130, and you're gonna be good to go. I'll have the method right down below in the description box. Open it up and you can read it and check it all out, get some more details in there. That's gonna do it for today's video. I really appreciate you coming by and spending some time with me today. I love you. And until next time, smoke 'em if you got 'em. Bye-bye.